1849. The gold rush is on. More than 85,000 people flock to California in search of the mother lode. A few become millionaires, but most barely scratch out a living. And many of the legendary 49ers die, laboring with hand tools inside unstable mines. It is the ghosts of those who died trying that many believe are still here today, haunting a small town in the Sierra foothills of California.
You can hear explosions, you can hear fire crackling, you can hear people screaming.
In California's gold country, the mines are idle now. The streams and creeks played out. But in Jamestown, the spirit of the 49ers is still alive inside this hotel. You can still find a hot meal and friendly conversation at the Willow Hotel. And some people believe you can still hear strange echoes from the past.
I went into the bathroom, went to turn the light on, and something touched me on the back of my hand.
I've seen spices fly off the shelves, laughter in the kitchen when no one's there.
Ceiling fans coming on by themselves, lights in here, constantly going on and off.
Why does the Willow Hotel seem to be the focus of so much haunting activity? Many people believe it's because of a great mine disaster that killed 23 miners here in 1862. Before the dust had settled, construction began on the Willow Hotel. It was built directly on top of the mine, where so many had lost their lives. Jamestown tried to put the past behind it. The hotel thrived, hosting presidents and gunslingers. But the past did not go away.
There's a lot of good here, but there's a lot of evil also.
The Willow Saloon has been in constant operation since 1862, but for the past 10 years, no one has slept here. A series of mysterious fires have engulfed the sleeping quarters 3 separate times, and always on the same date in years ending in 5. July 21st, 1955, July 21st, 1975. When the hotel burned on July 21st, 1985, no one wanted to rebuild.
We smelled smoke all day. And then later that evening, we spotted flames in the wainscoting over in the dining room. When the fire department came, they chopped the wall up and went through it and everything. Inside the wall, there was no electrical. There was nothing there to make that fire start. It just had started like from nothing.
Then after we got the fire put out, then Kevin, the owner, asked us to stick around just in case it reignited. And at that time, we started hearing 2 scratches from underneath the bar floor by the waitress station. I took a fast exit out the door, and then shortly after that, out of this wall that I'm leaning against came like 2 massive exhales.
Word spread about the strange fires at the Willow. A local news crew came in to conduct an overnight surveillance.
We set the camera back on the tripod, and we left it just sitting there. Nobody touched it, and the camera went to black and white, and we had electrical was blinking in and out, and the walls of the booth in the front there started rolling as if like an earthquake, was making the walls roll out. We did play it back.
Yeah, we had lines going across it and then it started rolling, and then ever since then I haven't been able to really view it.
It kept shutting the VCR off, ejecting the tape, and it was a brand new tape.
That same television crew took these photographs and claimed they saw transparent entities hiding in the shadows.
I just looked across the room and I just saw somebody standing at the booth, and as soon as I got up, he just disappeared. He was gone. That was the reason why I took a picture of the booth to see what would happen. And then it appears that there are 2 faces in the booth, one on each side, and one of the faces looks like he has like a miner's hat.
Are these entities somehow responsible for the fires? Do they have a connection to the Great Jamestown Fire of 1896 that destroyed almost everything but the Willow?
In the late 1800s, when the town was burning and they dynamited some of the other buildings to save this one, they said while they were dynamiting, a man was killed, and they said one of the kinfolk from the man that was killed is who keeps lighting this place on fire.
Or is the haunting here related to the turbulent times the Willow experienced during Prohibition?
In 1925, Gus Ratto, who was leasing the bar at the time, went upstairs to his wife's room and called to her, and when she opened the door, he fired 1 shot into her head and turned around and shot another into his own head.
Since 1972, the place has belonged to the Mooney family. When Kevin Mooney took over 4 years ago, he was a confirmed skeptic until he had his own sighting.
I'm getting ready to walk through the back door when I look up at the window and there's eyes like red like this, 2 red eyes looking through the window. And my heart started going, oh God. I get outside, my heart's boom, boom, boom. I look around, there's nothing there.
The Mooneys had earlier contacted parapsychologists Nick Nocerino and Chuck Pelton to conduct a thorough investigation.
You got something here that's very hot. Very hot. This is where the apparition should be. If there's going to be an apparition, it should be in this area.
When you walk through this building, you still feel heat, you feel fire, you smell smoke.
Pelton and Nocerino believe that there are 3 layers of hauntings here, caused by what they have termed residual thought forms.
Well, thought form is probably an event that took place that these people are reliving. And if you tie that into a quick death, had it been from a fire explosion, a mine cave-in, it's even possible these people don't know that they're dead.
No one can predict if the haunting forms of the past will appear again. But you can bet everyone in Jamestown will be keeping an eye on the Willow every July 21st, ending in 5. The pattern of fires occurring on the same date nearly every decade since 1955 has all the earmarks of a classic arson pattern. That's what the Tuolumne County Fire Department originally thought. But their extensive investigation has ruled out arson as a possible cause.